let's take a quick look at a weird one. This is Reptilax from the Masters of the Universe Origins line. And I really do mean weird. I don't mean necessarily good or bad, just this is an odd figure. And I picked him up because he's so strange to me. And also because he harkens back for me to the kind of the Masters of the Universe rip-off figures that a lot of us had when we were kids. The Remco figures, like the Remco lines like Warlords, or why can't I think of the other one right now? What the hell was it called? I had to look it up. They said the other one was Warrior Beasts. I feel like there's another line too. But anyway, there were a bunch of other toy lines trying to get some of those Masters of the Universe dollars with clear rip-off figures, just not done nearly as well. And a lot of times they were really disjointed, which I think is the perfect adjective for this guy. For example, here's one of the vintage disjointed Remco figures that I own. But anyway, like you could look at a figure like this and think this is terrible. They're just slapping spare parts together from what they have left over at Mattel, because the colors don't match. Why is the head that of a lizard, but the body's like a human skin tone, but the tail is also a human skin tone? I don't know. It's just, it looks rushed and not carefully put together. And that's, in a strange way, that's the charm of something like this. At least it was to me, which is why I bought him. So anyway, Reptilax. I think Mattel's going overboard with the Snake Men. I'm not picking up all of them, but this guy was just too weird for me to pass up. Mercenary Brute of the Snake Men. So I guess this is the bruiser of the bunch. Let's open him up. So he is not a terrible figure. I guess he deserves to exist. Let's talk about him. If you're watching videos like this, then you're probably pretty familiar with the Origins articulation, which is why I usually gloss over that part in my reviews. The articulation is what it is on all Masters of the Universe Origins figures. The tail comes unattached and it doesn't plug in. I mean, it plugs in, but it doesn't lock in. It's not like a ball. Wait, maybe it is. No, it's just a straight kind of peg, but it fits in there pretty snugly. That actually took some muscle to get back out. And there's some nice molded detail with the spikes on the tail, which are cool. There is a little bit more, I guess, care or detail put into the sculpt than I first thought. I do like the scales sculpted into the legs, but again, for the life of me, I don't know why they gave him a green lizard head and nothing else green, other than maybe it'll set him apart from like Cobra Khan or something. I don't know. He comes with a nice shield with the I guess that's the Snake Men emblem. He comes with an axe, a very standard axe, but it's a nice shade of green, as well as a sword. Although he does not come with a place to store the sword, so he's got to be carrying both weapons and ditch the shield. Well, whatever. One accessory can't be held. But other than that, there's not much to him. It's an interesting color combination. It just seems so lazy to me, and it just doesn't work, and that's kind of why I guess I like it. Does that make sense? Like, it's, again, I think I said disjointed, and I really do stand by that being the perfect adjective for this figure. If you read them, you collect them, he comes with this mini comic, Leviathan's War. And yeah, the jaw doesn't open or shut, but he does have the ball joint. The tongue being picked out in black is nice. There's no good or bad surprises with him. He is what he is, a weird addition to the Masters of the Universe Origins line. And again, I stand by it that he He reminds me very much of those old rip-off Remco figures. And that is why he is now part of my collection. And that is just a quick look at Reptilax.